Hey guys, so today I thought that I would sit down and play with some products that are new from e.l.f. I've been hearing great things about these. Their new concealer, we've got some eye products, some cream contour, some powders, some lipsticks. So if you guys would like to kind of see me play with new products from e.l.f. and hear my first impressions on these new products, then just keep watching. Alright, so the first thing that I want to play with are these shadow quads. These are the bite-sized eyeshadows, and I have Carnival Candy, which looks like it's all matte. And then I have Cream and Sugar, which looks like it has peaches and some like taupey rosy tones and maybe like a deep reddish brown. So we're going to start with swatches. I'm going to start with the Carnival Candy one, and I'm wrong. The blue looks like it has a bit of shimmer to it. People have been comparing these to Natasha Denona shadows, so I am very curious. I mean, they look really good just at first glance. They may be onto something. And then moving over to the Cream and Sugar palette, which looks like this. These metallics feel very nice. Another peachy tone shade. Ooh. So we have two peachy tone ones. This one's a bit more warm and peachy, and this one's more a little bit on the nuder side. Is that a word? This one's more on the nude side. We've got like a camely brown, a red brown, a metallic blue, and then we have like a champagne shade, a more like coppery bronze shade, and a deep cool tone brown. So now let's zoom in and dive into the eye look. Okay, so the top lid is done. I think these shadows are amazing, especially for the price tag. They blend out so nicely. They're not patchy at all. They're not skipping around. These metallics are dry. Dry brushes. That's pretty phenomenal. So let's move on to the next product. All right, so let's move on to the second product that we have, which is the concealer. Now this is the Hydrating Camo Concealer. I previously had their regular camo concealer and I thought it was really, really good, but the shades all ran a bit light. So I'm curious if that's the same for this one. I picked up Medium Peach and Fair Warm, and we'll kind of see which is the best option for me. Here's the deeper one. Okay, that does actually look pretty deep on my skin tone. The fairer one is going to work better today. Yeah, I'm going to go with the fair one. It might be a little bit on the light side, but we'll make it work. We'll see what the coverage is like from side to side. It covers really well. Okay, so I don't necessarily need foundation. I do think that it's a little bit, just a little bit light for me. My skin tone naturally is about this shade, so it's just maybe like a hair too light, so perhaps I would mix the two on my face. This would be good for like a highlighting shade. It actually looks drying on my skin instead of looking hydrating. Like, yeah, this looks drying on my skin. Like, looks like it's already collecting on the sides of my nose. It looks very dry and cakey under my eyes. Very dry on my chin. Is this the right one? Hydrating Satin Finish Camo Concealer. I'm not loving it so much. Let me try with a beauty sponge. I like the way it applied better with a sponge, but I'm going to give it a minute to kind of set down and see if it settles, see if it looks different. Okay, so I've given it a minute. I like the way that it lays on my face better with a dampened sponge. I feel like it just looks a little bit too dry and heavy with the Blendiful. And I had mentioned this before in my Blendiful update that I feel like this doesn't do as great of a job with concealer as it does with foundation. Foundation's a bit more liquidy, a bit more thinned out, but for like heavy duty thick things like concealer, I think that a product with some hydration in it already helps apply the product better. So that's why I like to apply it better with a dampened beauty sponge. Okay, so let me hop off, add a little bit of foundation. We'll be back to try more e.l.f. products. Okay, the next e.l.f. product we have to try is the Cream Contour Palette, and this says new. It says it holds 4 gorgeous shades to mix and match throughout the year for a custom and defined look. Darker shades are ideal for shading and defining, while lighter shades sculpt and enhance features. So before I put any powder on, I figured we would give this a try. This is what the shades look like inside. Those are the shades. We've got the highlighting shade, which is very yellow, a contour, and a contour. And I think that a mixture of these two will probably work as bronzer for me, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I think that looks really nice so far. So now let's move on to the next product, which is setting powder. I'm actually glad I didn't get the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit because I feel like this is kind of the same thing for way less. Okay, we have 2 powders to try. We have this one, which says new. It is the Beautifully Bare Sheer Tint Finishing Powder in Fair Light. Then we have this one over here, which is the HD Soft Luminance Powder. And I have actually tried this one before. I opened it because I wanted to know if it was going to be like shiny, and it has like a little turn lid, which is awesome. This is what it looks like, and I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it on camera, but it actually has teeny tiny little like glitter particles in it, so it will definitely make your face look like it has glitter all over it. So I already know that I'm not a fan of this one, unfortunately, so I would say pass on this one, but let's see what the Sheer Tint Finishing Powder looks like. Comes with a puff on the bottom. Ooh, it looks very soft and silky. I wonder if it will change the color of my foundation at all, so let's try it. Okay, so I applied it to this side of the face only, so this is before and after. Here you can see the powder on my face, which doesn't look so hot. Can you guys see it on the eyebrow here? Right here, or around my nose, you can really see it. Under my eyes, on my chin. So like here it looked radiant and glowy, and then over here you really see the powder kind of sinking into pores. So it's not like a pore filling or pore forgiving type of product. Yeah, it definitely makes my skin look way drier than it actually is. Let me zoom in so you can see what I'm talking about, hopefully. Can you guys see my under eye area right now? How it looks so dry. Around the nose here, around my eyebrows. I just don't think that it looks very good. So unfortunately, both of those powders are going to be a pass for me. It says a finishing powder, but I think it makes my skin look older than it already is. So let me blush up the face and I'll be back to finish the next couple products. Okay, I blushed up the face with a little bit of Essence The Blush. This one is in Blooming. It's a really pretty soft color. It kind of goes with everything. Next up, we have a lipstick from e.l.f. It is the Seriously Satin Cream Lipstick, and it's in the shade 29690. It's a little itty bitty thing. Has a slight smell to it. This is the shade. It's a peachy shade. Okay, that's not my shade, so I think I need to line the lips first, so hold on a sec. Okay, so now let's try that lighter lipstick and see what we think. Okay, it's a pretty stiff formula, not much glide to it. Looks very matte to me. It says satin. Possibly, there's not much kind of sheen or like slide to it, so I prefer things with a little bit more slip to them. But I mean, the color looks okay over a darker liner, but it's just not very flattering on the lips. Like, it's not satin enough that it looks plump and juicy on the lips. So I'm gonna say for me, this is probably one where I would pass. Now I do have one other product that I forgot about. This is the Liquid Glitter Eyeshadow in Flirty Birdie from e.l.f. The packaging is really pretty. It's a little itty bitty tiny little glitter applicator. They remind me of the little Stila minis. That is the shade right there. Very pretty, very sparkly. It's like copper with, I want to say, silver glitter in it. So we're going to try this on the eyes. I think I'm just going to dab a little bit just on the center of the eye where I already have kind of like that coppery color. And mostly what I'm seeing is silver glitter. Okay, so I'm not really seeing a whole lot of color on the eyes, but I did already have a similar shade on the lids. I do see a ton of silver glitter, so that's really pretty. I wonder how well it will wear, if it will flake to the skin underneath my eyes, if it'll flake off, if it will clump up, get crusty. As of right now, it looks really nice. So this is the end look using all of these new e.l.f. products. Let me give you a quick rundown of what I thought of them. The concealer I do not feel is very hydrating. I feel like it actually makes my under eyes look a lot older and crinklier than they are naturally. So I'm not a fan of this one as much as I liked the original. Both powders are a pass for me. This one has like little micro glitters in it. Unless you like that look, it's not like a sheen on the skin. It looks like little glitter particles. So it's a pass for me. And then this finishing powder, while it feels really soft, I just feel like it aged my skin and kind of settled into pores, settled into fine lines. I don't know what it is, just wasn't for me. The cream contour palette, I really liked this. I thought it was nice. I'm probably not going to get much use out of this brightening shade, but I did use it along the bridge of my nose, and it did help to kind of brighten and define the length of my nose, so it did work. I don't think I'd use this under the eyes, though. It might be a little too yellow for me, but in the future, maybe I'll give it a try when I have a tan. I used these two shades exclusively, and I thought it was nice, but for like, I don't know, $5 or so to have a nice cream contour option. I thought this was good. The lipstick, it's just okay. It's not so much a shade issue as a formula issue. Like, you can kind of see the lines kind of really coming out in my lips right now. Yeah, it's settling into the lines. It's not a very hydrating formula. It's pretty dry and hard to kind of swipe onto the lips, so I'm gonna say pass for this one. The glitter shadow I thought was really nice. The glitter is very intense. It was easy to apply. I didn't have trouble getting it to come off of the wand onto my lids. I don't know, it looks really nice right now, and I think that there were like 4 or 5 other shades, so a nice affordable glitter option from the drugstore. And we can't forget these shadow palettes. I think these are really good. I agree with what everyone else has been saying so far. These are nice quality, they are very blendable, they are very pigmented. I mean, this is definitely a look I could have achieved with my Natasha Denona shadows, with my Lorac shadows, with my Luxie shadows. So I think these are really nice. If you see them, I'd highly suggest picking one or two up to play with, perhaps getting all of them since they're tiny and they're affordable. But I do think these are really nice, and I definitely give these a thumbs up. So we had a couple of hits and some misses, but that is what happens when you try new products. You can't have a win all the time, right? So hope you guys enjoyed seeing me play with new products from e.l.f. If you did enjoy this video, remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and as always, I will see you in my next video. Bye guys. Stay healthy.